I'm rotten to the core, rotten to the core. I'm rotten.
Around 5 years ago, the first Descendants movie burst onto the scene and gave Disney a much-needed win in the realm of children's entertainment. With most of its resources pushed towards franchises spearheaded by Marvel Studios and LucasArts, many had begun to criticize the studio for forgetting its roots. But The Descendants solidified this role once more by singing and dancing its way right into our hearts. But what are the chances of a fourth Descendants movie, really? Well, we just so happen to have the scoop, so if you need to know more, stay right where you are as we're about to explore some of the new Descendants rumors that have been confirmed. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. First, a hopeless situation. Disney has a tendency of milking its intellectual properties dry, as we can see by the recent trend of live-action remake after remake. But if there was one property we thought was gone for good, it was The Descendants. You see, boys and girls, Disney had always planned on carrying The Descendants through to a trilogy, but never gave a second thought to taking the franchise beyond this point. Even after tallying the incredible number of views the franchise brought to the Disney Channel and beyond, a trilogy was about as far as The Descendants was gonna get. Though this was never explicitly said by the studio, fans knew exactly where the franchise stood. This could, after all, be gathered from the ending of the third installment, where Mal, Carlos, Evie, and Jay race toward the Isle of the Lost. Although this might seem like an open-ended finale to someone not familiar with the Descendants trilogy, true fans realized that the third installment was missing something really important. Both the first and second installment had ended with the same line, which was now nowhere to be seen or heard. Namely, you didn't think this was the end of the story, did you? So, where the previous installments clearly ended on an open note, we weren't so lucky with the third, which caused a number of fans to lose hope right off the bat. And then something terrible happened, which, next to nobody expected. Cameron Boyce, the actor who portrayed Carlos, passed away at the age of 20 after suffering from a seizure while he slept. It was an awful time for any Descendants fan, as the cast had come to feel like family after having rewatched the trilogy over and over again. This is also when the majority of fans lost hope that they would ever see another Descendants title for as long as they lived, as who were the Descendants even without Carlos? Second, a sparkle of hope. By the end of Descendants 3, Sarah Jeffrey, who portrayed the character of Audrey, had become a hit with fans, mostly due to her solo performance of the song Queen of Mean, which blew everyone's minds to Kingdom Come. Because of this incredible performance, Sarah was able to release more of her music into the world, finding great success with Descendants fans. It was then in an interview discussing her latest song titled Even the Stars that Sarah decided to give these fans a sliver of hope in respect of a possible fourth Descendants project. When asked whether she thought a fourth installment was possible, she said, "I feel like Descendants 4 could totally happen, but also a spin-off could happen with new characters and new daughters and sons of princesses and princes and other villains. You really have endless possibilities there. I will be forever grateful for Descendants and the family I made there and the experiences I had. So I would love to do something." When asked what she thought the role of her character Audrey should be in a hypothetical fourth Descendants movie, she answered as follows. "She's kinda gone through everything. She's been the mean girl, she's been the heartbroken girl, and I just kind of want to see her be friends with people. If Audrey were to exist in another iteration of Descendants or another movie, I think that it would finally be nice for her to be a gal pal." People were overjoyed to hear that Sarah was definitely down to film another Descendants movie, with a small but dedicated fan base mulling over her exact words and coming to the conclusion that the ideas she had about her character's future seemed more planned out than as if she had just thought them up on the spot. As such, the rumor was born that the fourth installment of the Descendants franchise was in the works, with Disney hopefully getting ready to announce the property in the coming days. Third, but would this be the right thing to do? Not every cast member of the Descendants has expressed a willingness to return, however. Dove Cameron, who portrays Mal in the trilogy, is obviously one of the spearheading actresses of the Descendants. In fact, one could say that she is the face of the trilogy, with her popularity only narrowly beating out her other co-stars. On the topic of a fourth installment, Dove expressed mixed emotions, mostly brought on by the death of her dear friend and castmate, Cameron Boyce. In her own words, she told HL that, "What happened was so incredibly heart-wrenching for all of us and something we could not recover from. And so I think that the idea of making another movie, while it would be nostalgic for all of us, and while it would be healing in a lot of ways, it might also be super wrong. So it could go either way, and it depends on how we are feeling." When asked straight out about the actual possibility of the fourth Descendants movie being filmed, Dove responded by discussing Disney's plans, saying, "They canceled everything when Cameron passed away, and I know they want what's in all of our best interests, so we'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see." We completely understand where Dove is coming from, as not only is she no longer beholden to Disney, she would never want to do anything that might be construed as being against the memory of her dear friend. It's a terrible situation, especially since fans are so caught up on wanting to see her reprise this role, but as of right now, silence is golden for Dove. Next, the likelihood of a spin-off. Another actress who's expressed her opinion on the matter is Sophia Carson, who is known for portraying the role of Evie. Being one of the title characters of The Descendants, Sophia was also incredibly close to Cameron before his passing, and to a large extent agrees with Dove insofar as a fourth Descendants movie is concerned. She said in an interview that the franchise will forever have a special place in her heart as it was technically her first job. She rounded the interview off by saying that it was such a privilege to play Evie and touch the lives of millions of children all across the world. But when asked about the continuation of the franchise, she said, "It's such a big universe. This could go on forever. There's so many Descendants. As far as the original Descendants, I don't know if there's more. For us, it's hard to imagine doing anything without Cameron. That's where our heart lies. But it's open to so much imagination, I can't even think about it. The thought is too difficult." With two of the title characters having already spoken up about how much of a mistake a fourth Descendants movie aimed at the continuation of the storyline of the original cast members would be, we can likely say with some surety that if there is a fourth Descendants property in the works, the original characters will no longer be the main focus. Whether these characters will still feature is completely up to the directors of the property and the actors themselves, of course, and although against the reprisal of the original Descendants concept, Sophia had the following to say about possibly reprising her role as Evie. "It would be such a privilege to continue that story. Evie gave me so much. She's just the gift that keeps on giving. She brings so much joy to my life, so I would love to." So it would seem that the cast is pretty much down to participate if Disney decides to carry on the legacy of the Descendants, but it is more and more likely that this new installment in the franchise will follow the lives of another ragtag group of Descendants, with the original cast members possibly featuring every so often. This doesn't seem to be the best option for Disney moving forward, as the Descendants as a property is much loved, but the continuation of the original storyline might bring with it unnecessary controversy. So, as you can see, there are many opportunities for Disney to continue their famous Descendants role. Make sure you stay tuned to our channel for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple.